Imagine holding a beautiful print in your hands. How did this intricate image, full of texture and character, come to be on this paper? It feels a little like magic, doesn't it? But behind every print is a fascinating process that leaves its own unique signature. You absolutely can learn to identify different printmaking art styles. By understanding the core techniques artists use, you will discover the unique visual clues each method leaves behind. This knowledge transforms looking at a print into an exciting detective game. Printmaking is broadly categorized into four main families: relief, intaglio, planographic, which includes lithography, and stencil or screen printing. Relief printing is like a stamp. The artist carves away the areas they do not want to print, leaving the image raised. Ink is rolled onto this raised surface, and then paper is pressed against it. Think of woodcuts or linocuts. You often see strong lines and sometimes a slightly debossed effect where the paper was pressed. Intaglio printing is the opposite. The artist incises or etches lines into a metal plate. These incised lines hold the ink, and the surface is wiped clean. When paper is pressed forcefully into the plate, it picks up the ink from the grooves. This technique includes etching, engraving, and dry point, and it often results in very fine, delicate lines and a characteristic plate mark around the image from the pressure. Planographic printing, best exemplified by lithography, works on the principle that oil and water repel each other. The artist draws on a stone or metal plate with an oil-based crayon or touche. Water is then applied to the undrawn areas, which accept the water and repel the oil-based ink. The drawn areas accept the ink and repel the water. This allows for fluid, painterly marks and subtle tonal variations without any raised or incised surfaces. Finally, stencil printing, commonly known as screen printing, involves pushing ink through a fine mesh screen that has certain areas blocked off to create the image. This technique is known for its bold, flat areas of color and can be used on various surfaces beyond paper. You might notice a slight texture from the screen mesh itself. To put your new knowledge into practice, carefully observe a print. First, look at the edges of the image. Do you see a distinct rectangular or oval indentation around the picture area, known as a plate mark? This is a strong indicator of an intaglio print. Next, examine the lines and dots. Are they crisp and uniform, or do they have a slightly fuzzy or blurred edge? Fine, precise lines often suggest intaglio or engraving, while bolder, sometimes slightly uneven lines can point to relief printing. Notice the texture of the ink on the paper. Does it seem to sit on top, or does it feel deeply embedded? This visual evidence helps you narrow down the technique. Beyond simply identifying the style, recognizing these techniques reveals a deeper layer of artistic intention. For instance, sometimes you might encounter an artist's proof or a state proof. These are special impressions pulled by the artist to check the progress of their work, offering a rare glimpse into their creative process before the main edition is printed. Printmaking, by its very nature, allows artists to create multiple original artworks, often making art more accessible to collectors. This historical approach to art creation means that each print, even within an edition, holds its own unique charm, subtly different from the next due to the manual process. So, by understanding the foundational principles of relief, intaglio, lithography, and screen printing, you are not just seeing an image on paper. You are gaining insight into the artist's craft, their choice of medium, and the deliberate effort behind every line and tone. This knowledge empowers you to appreciate the art form on a much more profound and engaging level, turning every viewing into a rewarding exploration of creativity and technique.